Ring the neck. Hello there, everybody. Just grooving to Michael Franks. I tell you, I love the dude. So, hello, everybody. How are you doing? So good to see everyone. Thank you for tuning in on, I guess it is Hump Day, is it not? Well, how are you doing? It's a good one. And Nina the Mystic has her shows always on Hump Day. So check them out and check her out. Tune in. Let me just say it that way. A famous line in Ghostbusters, isn't it? It's like, yeah. Anyway, smile. Listen, you got a choice about things, you know, you can smile or you can frown. Just turn that frown upside down, right? Harder to do sometimes. I get it. So, favor to everyone. Hello, Delaney Pearl Jones. How you doing, hon? Saw you said earlier. Enjoy that. That's the thing. Hey, Lost in Space, what's happening? Deborah Sloan, Jackie J, John Price, what's up? Big Al. Lisa, hello, Kaz Hawk. Much love to you, dear. There's Nina. Linda Brooks, who digs Michael Franks as well. Hey, this is an enlightened group. You just gotta love it. We say BOSTO, be of service to others. Learn to be a service to yourself first. You'll be much better to service of others. Hey, Deborah, how you doing? Much love to you, my dear. Wednesday already, yeah. I'm writing the Steiger perspective, and I'm writing about this thing, a time. It's literally speeding up for all of us. Not just because some of us are getting, we all are getting older, but yeah. Hey, Shannon, what's up? Good to see you, dear. Deborah Sloan, hello. Is that Jit? How are you doing? And Big Al, hey, Gaia and Paul. And I saw Martin and Heidi there. So, yeah, you got to see the shirt. I got it. Yep. Let's go, Brandon. Hey, it's my form of protest. and doing it in such a manner that has respectability and couth about it, right? Hey, Suzanne, what's up? Good to see you. Ace Man, yeah, boy. You know, that song, by the way, how long has this been going on? A lot of people think it's about adultery, having an affair. It's not. Actually, it's about J.D. Sutherland and his band, because the bass player that was in the group Ace was two-timing over in the J.D. Sutherland band. And, when the band found out, it was like, well, what's going on? You know? So little background on that. All I got to say is thank you, Earl Bailey, man. You're the best. If you get Sirius XM, check him out. He is really a cool dude. And if you want to know where all the video DJs went to, they're all on Sirius XM. Yeah. So check it out. Hey, Julie, what's up? Rapu, good to see you. Love that song. Yeah. How long has this been going on? And that's what it was about. It was never about, but in a sense, I guess, yeah, you two-timing bass player, you. No loyalty. Hey, David Castle, much love to you as well. Beloved Abstract, good to see you. Janie, good to see you as well. So, what's happening, folks? I'm just having a good time. Love doing this. So, isn't it interesting? I've said this before, but it's consistently being reminded to me. So, there's something here. When we introduce ourselves, we always introduce ourselves by saying, hello, I am R. Wayne Steiger. I am David Castle. I am Deborah Truex. Isn't it odd? Anyone seeing this? Because if you go back and you look at this, how did this deity that comes in that the world is worshiping today, and I dare say that that's coming to an end, which has a tendency to piss off the one that it's ending for, but elation on the one who's beginning, but said, well, what do I say? Moshe, the Magi. And what did the Spirit say to him? I am that I am. So we introduce ourselves by first saying, I am. Isn't that potentially a form of slavery or indenturitude? Because that's kind of like you're branded. I am, instead of just saying, my name is. Or is it that part of us that's the divine that expresses itself in such a manner that we merely imitate that which we are? I'll let the Jeopardy song go in the background. So just something to think about. That's what we do here. We love thinking, free thought, stretching the boundaries, opening the portals. Don't you remember? This is how you open the portal, and then you reach in and you pull that reality out, and you make sure that reality begins to what? Mirror your reality. It's all in the book. And I dare say it does work, does it not? We are prospering. I am prospering. You see, there it is. I am prospering. Isn't that weird? So what am I saying? There it goes again. What am I saying? And when you start thinking about this, you really begin to go, what the freak's going on here? What? Are we already in the trap? Is this one of the means in which they get us? Cheryl says, I am that I am, like a branding free thought listening from, well, hello, dear, from Massachusetts. Good to see you. It is weird, isn't it? See, I'm kind of wasn't yesterday a fun time? Just really enjoyed April and Jay. That was a phenomenal. Someone said it was truth bombs and truth reality bangers all over the place. That was a really intense, highly gnosis conversation. And we're going to continue on this. I mean, I am. But if I say we are, then am I basically being inclusive of all the many other I ams? Seems to be a lot of I ams. Fractals, would you say, Trina? Yeah. That's all I got to say. True. I am. I am. Anyway, these angels, they do work. And as we continue, like today, I have a really interesting angel. And it's an interesting pronunciation. It's you, Mabel, because L, angel of affinity and friendship for all the rest of you. And if you think about this collectively and individually, once we focus in on a thought and that thought becomes real to us, like talking to spirits, it becomes real. Powerful beings we are, and how we're so easily led into the trap by many different baits. And then these sons of guns, watching my tongue, they control us. I believe we are the fabricators of reality on all planes. I haven't seen another species that can duplicate what we can do. I mean, I've never met an alien, have you? At least not one I was aware of. Some have accused me of being of such, but yeah. Humanity, the individual has the power to create. Hey, Teresa, what's up? So you get us into a group. Now we begin to form a collective. And if you take this on a planetary scale, and you're able to divide that which is seen and that which is the unseen, because it's the unseen that controls the seen, we technically are unseen. Can you tell me what your spirit looks like? Hey, Steiger, what's your spirit look like? Jovial, I hope. I mean, I don't know. But so they corral us. And then once we get into the thought form collectively, even if we're even unconscious of it, because there is an aspect of all of us with the curse of Cain. A spirit never sleeps. Maybe a soul does, but a spirit never sleeps. Energy that becomes of no vibration, no motion, no inertia, that energy begins to one, dissipate, or two, become so tuned down that I don't know if we could call it existence. I don't believe we ever stop. We don't. If they're recycling us, then that tells me it's true. But anyway, I digress. Lioness of Gaia, welcome. That is definitely a cool being. I mean, name, handle. Yeah. Anyway, so this is Deus Superis Anime. I believe that's all. Nomen. God above all things, patron of physics, astronomy, astrology, animal, vegetable, and mineral kingdom. It's interesting. I'm going to have to look at that. Have we forgotten a kingdom? Karen, Queen of Courts, who survived the bear encounter. Let's see. I hope you've gotten yourself back home. I think that's when she said she was ending her season. Good time. But mineral, and how about that one, Teresa? The mineral kingdom. Wow. Technically, you could say that this body, this life form, this whatever this is really crystalline in its base formation. Interesting. Protector of teachers and instructors, teaches how to develop the mind. I love that. Provides with the ability to teach others what you have learned. Got a feeling that this angel's been following me all my life, huh? Brings a talent for using technology. Now I'm convinced. Helps to find friends and cures lonely hearts, allowing to strengthen your ties with others, improves fraternal and maternal relationships. Well, how about that? You know, when we lose a parent, it's in a collective group like this that, you know, those points of our lives that can never be filled, but they can certainly have an occupying space within a collective group such as this. Symbol of intuition, resonance, awareness, and consciousness. Bestows us with the opportunity to discover the unknown world beyond the one with which we are familiar. I love this angel. When I mean, all 72 of them, these are really cool beings. I mean, this this is kind of neighborhood you want to live in, because that means if you're in there, you're in with the same type of being that you are. I wonder how many of us have these uniquely powerful giftings that are just yours. And I wonder how many of the angels kind of look at that and go, man, I'd like to have that gift that Julie has. Because she's got a powerful gift there. I mean, these are powerful beings. I love their attributes, but it's just it's the thought. Teaches the law as above, so below. The universe is selective. Did I read that right? Oh, is reflective. What exists in one layer or dimension, it is mirrored in all others. The law of resonance, attraction, creating a vibration and aligning with it, positive or negative thoughts bring positive or negative experiences into each person's life, and dare I say as well, dimension. Let's just go through that one more time. Teaches the law as above, so below. The universe is reflective. What exists in one layer or on one dimension, it is mirrored in all others. The law of resonance, attraction, creating a vibration and aligning with it, produces and brings positive, negative thoughts, which bring positive or negative experiences into each person's life. Far out. That's all I got to say. That's just far out. I mean, you walk down the street thinking this, I'll guarantee you may just start walking right up onto the clouds. Shows how to delve into subconscious and unconscious. The synchronicity is off the freaking chart. Protects from isolation, egotistical, and non-conformist thinking. Liberates from any problems related to affinity and friendships. Prevents from acting against the natural and primordial balance. Wow. Cures consistent pursuit of appreciation and fame, as well as attachment to things which stop you from moving forward. Isn't it the truth? Prosperity is great. But prosperity, as we all know, you don't need, this is just me. There are those who want mansions, but I look at it as like, well, how many square feet do you really need? Because all that square feet means cleaning, constant maintenance, if environmental control, I don't know. It's just me. So what's happening, people? Hey, Gaia, how are y'all doing? Hello, Ginger, good to see you. So many. Elderberry, hello. So many beautiful people. Hey, Perry with Al, how are you doing? S. Lee. I love this stuff. I really do. Let's see. Someone sent me an email, and so I'm answering your email now. Challenge me. Oh, nice. That's good. I like that. That the Catholic Church never, ever said such a thing that I said. Martin, Heidi, and Tony, how are you? Good to hear that, Gaia. Great. So I merely, I did this in a video, but I'll just show you the steal from it. You can read the Latin if you care, but I'll translate it for the Latin. It's flame alight, O Lucifer, the morning come, and he, I say, O Lucifer, who does not know the going down thereof, which means Lucifer has never been in hell, Christ, thy Son, who did go down into hell, returning from the grave, human race shed, his perfect light, and now lives and reigns forever and ever. Amen. Amen. Or so be it. There you are. One of those quiet moments. I believe I think the Hebraic term is Shelah. Stop and consider. So why would the Christian religion give acknowledgement to Lucifer, the morning the morning star, and he, I say, O Lucifer, who does not know the going down thereof, Christ thy Son, who returning from the grave, human race shed, his peaceful light, and now lives and reigns forever and ever. I'm curious. I thought we'd just stop here. Let everyone just kind of sink it in. So I'm watching the chat room. I always like the one thumb down. That's good. That's good. It tells a person that they're going, wait a minute, this is going against my cognitive reasoning. That's good. That's how we all learn. But I'm curious to those that's in the chat room. There's a number of you there. Thank you for hitting the like button. Apparently the algorithm does it. So I say, let's feed the sucker. So I'm curious. You see, this is important stuff. It really is. It's far more important, and it plays such a deep aspect and role in our lives, because there is a control factor. Gary goes, things that make you go, what the what? Did they just say Lucifer? But wait a minute. You gave me the book that said that it was the bad guy. Now you're telling me that this is the God that gave birth to Jesus. What? Farso goes, the hungry algorithm. Yes, they are. Damn things can't ever get satisfied. But that's weird. And it's one that lately there's something to this, folks. I mean, I don't think that I had another person write me an email. They unsubscribed. That's all right. That's cool. But they said why. And they just simply said, this is more than I can take. They said, I'm 62 years old. And although I've left, and the person said, although I thought I had left the religion, I'm realizing how much of that religion is still in me. And the person said, loved me, said, I just, what you're showing. And they said, you simply just showing the facts. You're not teaching anything, doctrine. You're not teaching a dogma, an ideology. You're just simply laying the facts out there as they are. You draw your own conclusions, but the person says, I can't handle it. I can't handle it. I can dig that. This is the kind of stuff that, man, if you really meditate on it, and I hope you do. I mean, let's go, Brandon. The implications are they're carrying over to the other side. I mean, I think we're on the precipice here of you got to begin to go, well, then what truly is going on? I love the chat room. I'm just reading this. Yeah, that's one of those pauses. Like Steiger, man, there's people are listening, and here you're not saying a word. Well, that's because I am reading the chat room. Dar Smile says, losing your religion is not easy. It is not. It is difficult. But I'm looking at this from a pragmatic point of view. We got to change. Our species has got to change. I don't know if that's possible. I do believe that all things are possible, even the impossible, but our history says that we don't know how to make it. It's like we just get right up to the freaking goal line, and then we fumble the damn ball. Of course, using the allegory of football, of course. Football, according to the United States. Now, football in other countries is different. But yeah. I'm just reading the... This is a smart group. Y'all are a smart group. Very smart and intelligent spirits you are. So, this is, for me, one of those dilemmas. Because... what if, and I'm just putting it out there, we're trapped. There is no doubt about it. But here is the thing that hit me last night when I was meditating. They tell us we're trapped. But that's the problem. They lie, which would indicate the possibility, the potentiality, the real existence. There is an escape route. And it may be easier than any of us have ever thought. We've been taught it's complicated. We've been taught that it's the Oberus in its eternity. Tail eating the head eating the tail. What if that's the illusion? And what if it takes one individual, two individuals, and we start going to the power that we say, wait a minute. Number one, I don't believe worship has anything to do with this. I think that that's part of the problem. But what if there is, in fact, been the deception that there is a way out and that the knowledge has been right there in front of us? That's how they disguised it. They blended it into the background. We never saw it. We saw a background, but it was one that they interpreted for us. They said, hey, this is what you're seeing. And we're going, okay. Anyone else here? Can you argue with the guy? And no one's going, I can't argue with it. And there it was, right there in front of us. I'm just, again, reading some of the chat room. So at some point in time, we have to begin to quit beating around the bush, as they would say. Fish or cut bait, you know. There's another expression, but I won't be that crude. Maybe some of you know it. But, okay. Lucifer. What if? You know, in the studies of this, and it's all precept upon precept, thought upon thought, lesson upon lesson, that eventually we get there. And what if the veil is lifted once you come to the place where you suddenly can, A, recognize, B, willing to apprehend And 3, finally comprehend that maybe there is a power, an energy, a source that moves only when it's moved upon. I'm just putting it out there. Again, I submit to you, the jury, the fact that I show you nearly 10,000 years of history of Homo sapiens, and to the court, I present the fact that they have never achieved what they said they were going to do. We've getting into this thing. Is it Enki? Is it Inyo? Is it another species? Is there even this creature that is here? There is a reality that perceives what we perceive, and that reality of that next realm is where we're all destined to be. Most likely we still are. We share multiple realities, multiple dimensions at the same time. And what if this demiurge really does have us? You know, I wrote down, who are the ones most susceptible? Well, the ones most susceptible are the ones who I don't think really have a spirit. They're more golems in their makeup. They're human beings. They have a soul. I think they're devoid of a spirit. Creating life is not that difficult. And apparently creating the soul in a material realm is not that difficult either. I think this is why the poltergeists and the recordings that the ghost hunters catch, I think that these are exactly what they are. They're earthbound souls. They never had a spirit to begin with. Those of us, when we make the transition, maybe it is true. Maybe the soul is attached to our spirit. I don't know. I have to consider everything. I'm also considering maybe our spirit collects souls. Maybe that's where the concept came in, just turn it around. Maybe it's no hell that collects souls, because if that is true, then the very same is true for the heaven. Heaven is nothing more than a soul collector. It's just your different point of view. But what if the spirit is freely operating in this sphere, this realm? I'm just taking what ifs. And what if we're not really trapped at all? What if we're really here because we want to be here? Now, very well could be, maybe a lot of us got lost. Maybe, as Trina said, many of us are here to bring y'all back. Maybe you're one of them, to help bring them back. Because this is a wonderland, is it not? Oh, come on, be honest. This place, when you really look at it from a certain perspective, I mean, it's got beauty beyond description and horror beyond belief. But when it's all said and done, we really dig the ride. I mean, come on. Even in the toughest of times, when you have struggled the hardest. I remember a Christmas, 2016, where I was literally, I was just 16 years old, but I thought the whole world had basically just abandoned me. But I look back now and I recognize I enjoyed the challenge. Because if I actually did believe that, I'd have left. And I think that's what some people do. They just, Robin Williams is a good example. Knew what the future was. Why endure that? I respect that. But getting back to us as spirit beings, what if we are, so how did we get trapped? That was one of the questions I asked Lucifer. I mean, my attitude is this. Listen, I prayed to this Hebraic Christian God for 50 plus years. Didn't get a whole lot of results out of it. So I'm figuring it's like this. I'm talking to the other side that I was forbidden to talk to. Are there answers? I don't know. How do you get your prayers answered? But here was something that came into my thoughts. Spiritual beings, souls, spirits, spiritual spirits. And there is a classification for that. There are some spirits that are not spiritual. It's just not on their list. Nothing wrong with it. But we are so often easily baited. Why? Well, we're drawn and attracted to spirituality to begin with. And that's a huge spirituality in this realm is dangerous. It's powerful, but it can bite you in your ass in a second, and it can get you trapped. So trapped that you no longer realize that you're really a thinking being, a spirit being. And in that trap, we have discussed, as it is with many other cults, many other gatherings of beliefs, that you have to surrender yourself. In every religion, even the Buddhist and the Hindu, it's all about if you're going to obtain nirvana, you've got to give up self. Why? Do you know how long it took me to get self? And now you're asking me to give up self for what? Oh, so that another being can come in and occupy what I have spent lifetimes cultivating, developing, and now you want me to give it up as a slave for nothing? It's also I could reach in a afterlife a promise of a paradise, a nirvana, a heaven. I don't think so. I'm just telling you. I don't think so. Why is it that I keep hearing that, well, it's the body, it's the density that holds us down? Folks, if you take another point of view that we're here of our own volition, we wanted to come here. We waited in line to come here. And now suddenly, because we got what we wanted, that, oh, now that's bad, man. Why? You're just not enlightened enough, dude. You got to shake that physical thing off you, man. Why? My spirit being likes my body. We're in covenant with one another. I've learned not to sin against my body. My body has learned not to sin against my spirit. Pretty cool relationship there. Took me a long time. Beat the crap out of myself. I flogged myself metaphorically every fucking day. On my knees, laying prostrate before something I didn't even know what the freak I was laying before. But what I did know was that I was unworthy. I wasn't righteous enough. I hadn't been cleansed of my sins because, you sin every day. That's a trap. That's hell. I lived it. I was in purgatory for nearly 30 years. I know exactly what purgatory is about. Purgatory is a place. It's a place here. And it wasn't fun. But the thing about it is there's a whole lot of other people there too. And the thing about it is that it becomes normalcy. Well, this is what you do, Wayne. This is what good Christian people do. If you're really seeking God and you're seeking his will, then this is the way and the path that it's done. Now, there's many divergent paths within the great path, but this is how it's done. And what I saw was virtually everyone lying, everyone deceiving themselves, deceiving others, pretending to be something that they never were, looking for the glory and the accolades of the audience because they have a gifting of speaking in tongues and interpretation. Oh no, I got, and what it was a show every Sunday and every Wednesday. And you had to show up in order to stay current. And yet in that mist, there were spirit beings desperately seeking a way out. I knew one young man named Roger. I wish I knew what I know now. I don't know if I could have helped his spirit, but he had come in to receive Jesus as his Savior. But I remember him telling me, he said, I saw more honesty in prison. And he says, I've seen more deception here. And he says, these are good people. He says, I appreciate what they've done for me. But he says, they're more lost than I am. I never thought anything about it. A couple of weeks later, he blew his fucking brains out. Folks, this is real. This is as real as it gets. And there is a change that is taking place. And I talk brutally honest here. There's nothing here to sugarcoat. I lived it for 50 years and I know it, and it influences every aspect of my being. But what I have begun to see and realize that the only boogeyman in this whole scenario is the one that I invited into my heart, into my life. Because the other character says, that ain't my way, dude. I don't go for that crap. The thing about it is, I've never seen Lucifer ever say that it was God. I don't think it wants to be God. Why would a being want to be God? What possible good can a being come and say that I'm God? Why even the word? And again, why would a spirit want to take or assume that title? Because the way I look at it, I've never seen a God other than myself. It's the only God I can really validate for. The rest are up here. Now, they may be real. I got family members up here. They're real. And so here I am on this road of discovery. Oh, and I tell you, I've had those pundits who have written me. I mean, woe be unto you, Steiger. Some of it is just, I think about myself, the person who writes this stuff, where's their head at? I know where their head's at. So we've got the opportunity here. We've got the platform. We have a group. It's a groovy group too. I love it. So it's smart people here. Empaths, intuitives, psychics, witches, warlocks, wizards, priests, priestesses, But what I have found in common amongst all of us, we're gods. We're just got lost. We had psychochronic amnesia. We got battered here. Something happened. I think that this used to be a much more happier place. It was a much more enjoyable place. That's why spirits incarnate. This is not the only place in the universe, not the only plane, but we seem to like it here. Many of us have been here. Many of us have gone away and we've come back. But there has been a change here. And I don't think it was this precarious in times past. I think there's a presence here. And I think this presence has done everything it can to convince everything that there is that it is the reason for them being here. Now, you think about it. If you're a psychopath, what would you do? You know, those on the scale of sociopaths, psychopaths, narcissists, they're highly intelligent for the most part, excellent at manipulating and convincing. They are the true masters of passive aggressiveness. What we worship is exactly that. And yet over here, we still got this character who really doesn't say anything. It takes all the accusations, it takes all the slander, it takes all the assassinations of its character, of its very being. It's lived in the very presence, but this thing, this demiurge, this whatever it is, it's confounded, I think, many of us. But the thing I found out about us, we don't know everything, but we have the ability to tap in to where that knowledge can be accessible. Now, part of the process is that we like going through what we go through because, face it, it's a great experience. When my time comes and I pass on back home, I mean, I'm going to tell the earth, had a great time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, it sucked in some parts. Yeah, but I learned lessons that I'm taking back to my tribe. And I'm going to be able to share my tales. And I'm going to be listening to others. Many of you are in that same tribe. And we'll listen to the tales. And then there will be other members that go off because that's how we do it. We always come home. Somehow. It may not be in every cycle. Many of us, I think, did get trapped. True, Martin, Heidi, true. And I'm just putting it out there. This is what we do. This is our amphitheater. This is where we as intellectuals, as free spirits, we can come and we can converse. We can share ideas. We can help each other grow. And I think within that, it almost produces this beacon of light that draws those who really is, that's their mission, to bring those who have gotten lost in here. I remember being at Universal Park in Orlando. And, you know, if you don't have a map to that place, you can get lost in it. But it's the kind of lost that, you know, you're not panicky kind of lost. It's like, yeah, you're kind of meandering and going, I didn't know that. I didn't even know that ride was there. And then you stand in line, and that's a lifetime. Whatever that ride is, condensed into that one lifespan of experience. And you get off and you don't have the map. But hey, that wasn't too bad. There was a couple of scary parts in that, but overall it felt pretty good. I think that's how a lot of us are in a lot of ways. I love this. Hello, Michelle Can-Am Free. Good to see you, my dear. MD Houston is in the house. How are you doing, my friend? Eric, good to see yourself. You know, this is why we come together. Tomorrow, we're going to pick up on this whole aspect of why would someone want to be God? It's a question worthy of being asked. And it's a question that's worthy of answering. Why a God? I don't get it. What is the purpose of a God? If it's not to enslave, rule, dominate, impress upon other people, well, this is my 10 commandments, this is my will. And Lucifer, if it exists, feminine more, I was told it's neither sexes. It's not a sex at all, but its attributes are feminine. And that's backed up by Book of Proverbs. It's even into the Quran, same thing. Anyway, I digress. Says not a word. And I believe that the superiority of intelligence would do exactly the same thing. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So I say that, you know, we're learning. We found out that these angels, and another question about these angels, you see, I think they're trapped. I think that's why they're here. I think that's why they dig us. We're free enough in our thoughts to say, well, maybe we can help rescue them. Why not? It's just a thought. Beloved abstract, are you having a bad day? What was that about? I love this. What's up, Joyce? I'm just putting it out there because if we don't start thinking differently, we're going to end up in the same sewer that they flushed us down before into. And I'm not going to do it. You know, call me a heretic, call me whatever you want. Beautiful, lovely, a gentleman, debonair. Hey, Chloe, what's up? Return of the King. I like that. What if we're just as angelic as they are? Julie, exactly. And there's a lot of people prospering here, a lot of healing going on. I got a sense that maybe this is just the beginning. Maybe these are 72. Maybe there is 7 million. Maybe there's 7 billion. I don't know. But they seem to be attracted to those of us spirits that are doing this. Hey, Trina, much love to you, dear. Damn sexy. Give that man a gold star. Or gal, I don't know which it is, but either way, that tickled me. Thank you. Grace says, I've been saying it for years. I ain't this shit show. I ain't doing this shit show again. Well, I think we can actually, like I said, I don't think, just putting it out there, everything in this world and this perception is inverted. So if they're telling me I'm trapped, then I'm as free as a bird. Won't you fly, my free bird again? Anyone got a little bit of Leonard Skinner going on in the background? That's all I got to say. We're going to let our free bird fly, baby. That's all I got to say, because if they're telling us we're trapped, I don't think we're trapped. If they're telling us that we're weak and that we're somehow fallen in our status, I don't think we're falling in our status. I think we may be more powerful. Otherwise, they wouldn't have lied to us in the beginning. And if they lie to you once, they'll lie to you again. And I don't care if there's anything of what you can say is that, well, it's God. God knows everything. Apparently not. The fact of the matter is, it's an insane idea to think that a God would know everything. If a God did know everything, it would cease to exist. There would be no reasons for his existence. How can a God know everything and still exist? Its very existence would nullify the fact that it knew everything. Anyone want to comment on that one? Inverted and twisted. Brian, brother, you're absolutely right, Mayan. And that's true, Trina. They're trying to keep us down. Man, I don't want to be down. You know, been down before. I don't want to be down. You bring me down. That's what I told someone. I said, man, your religion just brings me down, man. It pulls on my spirit, you know. But seriously, I'm just asking the questions. And it seems that I see so many people struggling with their flesh, you know. And listen, you got to learn to drive the carriage, man. You got the team of horses in front of you. Take control of it. Anyway, but that's all part of the thing too. It's, you know, well, Teresa, you do the same. Don't bring me down. Don't bring me down. I've been loved for the first. Anyway. Let's see. Elderberry says, if God exists, he's creating us and everything to try to learn what it is. Now, see, that's the type of thought that you can go, well, wouldn't know everything. I don't think it can exist. It would self-annihilate itself. And that's why I think the anti-God is worthy to think about. What is an anti-God? It would be anti-God. You know, I think I can dig that. Because to a lot of people, a lot of religions, I'm already that. I'm already Lucifer's spawn. So, you know. Oh, folks, this has been another good one. Again, thanks for hitting the like button. If you want to have a journey of free thought, this is the place to come in. Linda says, I think a group of the, you see, that's, yeah. All right, folks, far out. This has just been fun. Tomorrow, we're going to pick up on this whole thing. Why would a God want to be a God? It's like James Kirk saying, what would God want a starship for? Little hitchhiker. A thumb that goes up, a car goes by. Or won't somebody give this guy a ride? All right, Brian, that sounds good. Rod, good to see you. See y'all later. All right, I'm out of here, folks. This is a great day. Yes, it's got my Let's Go Brandon shirt on. And Jules, how you doing? Girl, good to see you. Nina's got her show 1 hour after this one, so check it out. Deborah Truex, thank you, my dear, always. Lioness of Gaia. Love that. Love that. Love that. It's a great handle. Boy, did I just, who said that? MD, absolutely. Absolutely. I tell you, I think we're going to have, we shall. I mean, why not knock on the door? That's the way I look at it. Julie, you're welcome. Oh, well, thank you. Y'all, you helped me as well on my journey. That's so sweet of you. You should watch Star Trek again. Well, that's what Kirk said. I mean, that's what he literally said. He said, what God? And actually, I think it was the movie. It's the one that the Final Frontier or something. They actually meet God in that one. It's an interesting one to check out. All right, Robert V, thank you, brother. I owe you an email, my friend. Just be patient. It's right there on my list. So yeah. All right, folks. Much love to everyone. Thank you for being who you are. All of you folks down under, Julie and all the rest of you, y'all are just beautiful. So you see, that's why I know that this angels, they're prospering us. It's because of you. I'm prospering. All right. That's all I got to say. Till tomorrow. Bye-bye.